working for you. This is the 23 News Update at 10.
Domestic violence happens every 15 seconds in the U.S., and many don't have the strength to speak up about it. And that is according to domesticviolence.org. That's why 23 News reporter Jake Pearson talks to advocates of DV Awareness Month and how they plan to make sure the conversation is as loud as ever.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month was first declared in the 1980s. This symbol here is a purple ribbon, which represents strength, courage, and dedication to ending domestic violence and to honor those whose lives have been affected.
Honestly, a month's probably not enough. You know, this is something our communities experience 365 days.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced some form of physical violence inflicted by an intimate partner, according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
I do believe that every last person has come into contact with someone who has experienced some form of abuse.
Many survivors can be too scared to come forward, but experts fight to lower that statistic.
We use the month of October to really try to create awareness, educate the community, but also to tell survivors that they're not alone, that the community is here to support them.
Throughout the month of October, various events will be held across the state line to recognize survivors and combat domestic violence, which took the lives of 84 people between 2013 and 2014 in Illinois, including 15 kids.
And Boone this year has decided to do a clothesline project, which people can write different messages and affirmations. It shows people in the community that we believe you, we see you, and that you're supported here.
Stevenson County will host Light the Night Purple on October 19th, encouraging everyone to illuminate the sky with purple light bulbs.
Put those light bulbs out and turn their lights on, and obviously, you know, very powerful and significant to have many people representing in that kind of way.
You can purchase purple light bulbs outside the Voices Book Nook in Freeport's Lincoln Mall for $5 on Thursday, October 5th from 4 to 7 p.m.
Winnebago County will hold its 22nd annual Shining the Light on Domestic Violence event at 5:30 on October 26th at Rockford City Hall.